Hey guys, Burton Ballers, and welcome to a new video. And I'm talking transfers, a lot going on from Garnacho all the way to Luiz Diaz. So let's get into it, guys. Yeah, so never a dull moment at Chelsea Football Club when it comes to transfers. And I was reading somewhere, somebody was saying, I think this was taken, remember when there was a little spat between Egbali and Todd Bowley, and one of the things labelled at Egbali is that he's obsessed with player trading. At the time I thought, is that true or not? Now I'm beginning to believe it, because no, there's not such thing as a quiet transfer window when it comes to Chelsea. And why are we getting in all these players and thinking about flipping them a couple of months later? I know it's a lot of rumours and so some things we've got to take with a pinch of salt. But there's no smoke without fire. So there are, as I said, a lot of things are the speculation and rumour, but there are things there which can be true. But anyway, let's talk Garnacho first. And this has divided the fan base. When I say divided the fan base, it's more 90% don't want him, 10% think he's an okay transfer. I don't do things like that. I don't, write players off, even if he was to join us. And I've done it with everyone. And we saw that with Cole Palmer, where everyone was writing off Cole Palmer. I said, look, let's see how this guy performs then before trying to write him off, and look how that one turned out. I'm not saying Garnacho, if he joins Chelsea, would be similar, but I'm not one who, as I said, we saw it already with Duran and how he could have been useful for us. We've seen it with Omarodian, how he could have probably been useful for us. So, you know what? I'm not a scout, and I'm not a data man. So I'm just a football fan. So I'm not going to be, a lot of our supporters, they think they are scouts and they know everything about the game, and they end up with egg on their face a lot. So I don't do that. All I'm going to do is out and just put the facts down for you when it comes to Garnacho. Garnacho, I don't know why he gets a lot of hate. As I said, would I want him at our club? Probably not. If he comes, would I support him? Yeah. Why wouldn't I want him at the moment? Because I think there are other areas that are more pressing. Although, I did make a video that we don't have any goal-scoring wingers. All our wingers are more ball to feet and like to pass and assist, but they don't really like to shoot at goal. But this is what Garnacho gives you. He's actually a goal-scoring winger, and I'm going to bring up his stats now and just talk about it. So, since he's made his debut for Manchester United in 2022, he's third in their goal and assists tally. He's got 20 goal and assists, and that's quite good over 2 seasons. And we're crying out for end product. And this is, remember, playing in a poor Manchester United side. He's had 20 goal involvements. 155 shots, and again third on that list. Key passes 59, not high, but he's similar to Madueke in that, whereas you prefer to have a shot rather than pass it. Sometimes that's good, because we were crying out for wingers who want to shoot, but his decision making needs to probably improve. But again, at 20, that will come with time. Shot creating actions, third on the list with 162. First for progressive carries, and he's 9th in the whole of the Premier League. So if you want a winger, he's going to be bringing the ball up and not afraid to take people on. That's good. He's 2nd for carries into the final third with 130. 2nd for the amount of dribbles, and 66 out of 205 successful dribbles. So he's a man who is positive on the ball, who believes in his own ability. 2nd for the amount of fouls drawn, and he's 3rd for tackles in the final third, and that's for 17. And that's something that Maresca likes as well. He likes his wingers to help out defensively as well, and so he's good at that, and he can press and win the ball back in vital areas. And that's something that I know that Neto's quite good at it. Sancho not so, and definitely I know that he's not a winger, João Felix, but he's not great at that as well. So not bad stats actually for someone who's 20, someone who's got still got a lot of improvement to make. That's decent stats, to be honest. So, but the only other reason I probably wouldn't want him is this price tag. Manchester United are quoting, I think they said they've brought back the price down and looking at 55 million. Would I want to pay 55 million on him when there's, as I said, other areas that need addressing, particularly a striker? We didn't pay 60, another 5 million in the summer window. We would have got Osimhen. I know it's quite different with the wage package and everything else, but that was a bigger need for us. But as I said, if he does come, I'll give him all the support he needs, and only if he starts to fail, that's when I'll be getting on his back, not before. And that's the way I like to operate. And going on, I suppose I just touched on Felix. There's a rumour going on about today that Manchester United are going to be after Felix. That just sort of came in the last hour or so. So I don't know whether that's got any legs in that one. And obviously with us looking at Garnacho, and it is concrete that our interest, maybe a deal involving Felix and Garnacho could be on the tables. And there's another need is the fact that we need a midfielder. I mentioned that when I did my match review the other day, where I was shuddering at the thought of Moise Caicedo when he went down. If he misses out any sort of games for us this season, then we're in big trouble because of the injuries for Lavia. And we heard now that Fernandes is going to be out for probably at least 2 weeks, so he's going to be missing the Manchester City game. And so we are thinking about recalling or bringing in another midfielder. It shouldn't be thinking. We should be doing that before the Manchester City game. That's what we should be going with a priority, because our midfield, we don't have any midfield backup on the bench on Monday. So if anything happens to any of our midfielders, we're in big trouble. So I think we should address this and get it sorted before Friday's registration deadline, so that we can have somebody ready to fill in if anything should happen to our midfielders. And one of the guys looked at is Douglas Luiz over at Juventus. So a 6-month loan deal for Douglas Luiz. He's experienced, he's Premier League ready. So, or recalling Santos or Ogluchukwu. And they said they don't want to recall Santos or Ogluchukwu because of their development. They don't want to stall their development because they having regular game. Yeah, Santos is having regular game time, but Ogluchukwu, he's not getting the regular game time. He started by playing at Southampton. Then Russell Martin left him out for a while. Now they got their new manager. He's playing him, but he came off the bench the other day. So what's wrong with him coming off the bench for Chelsea? And he'll still be getting regular game time because, as I said, we can't rely on Lavia. He's going to be out for long. We don't know how long, but it's going to be a long period. And he hasn't been of any benefit to us because he's just always on the injury table. And as I said, we're looking at 2 weeks for Fernandes, but supposing it's longer. So he will get game time, and Moise Caicedo has been running into the ground as well. So we can start rotating. We need these players for the business end of the season. And when you think about it as well, if we're letting the likes of Vega go, who sometimes fills in as a centre midfielder in the Conference League, then if Ogluchukwu or Santos comes back, we're going to be playing Conference League again come March. They're going to be getting all those games as well. So it's not as if they're not going to be having limited football. So so there's talk about a striker, but again, they're talking about players for the summer. I think we need to address the need now, and so there are loose links at the moment with the likes of your Delaps of this world. And Liam Delap, I got it right this time, not Rory. Yeah, Liam Delap's been talked about. Sesko's been talked about, but again, they said that maybe for the end of the season, which I think is ridiculous, because I think with Nicholas Jackson, he's another one who's been run into the ground. He's another one who's shut in no form at the moment, and so we haven't got any backup for him, because obviously Nkuku's already mentally signed out of this club. He wasn't even featured against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and we know that Gui is not ready yet, so that is a position that we really need to address in this window. I don't think we're going to address it, if I'm being perfectly honest, and I think that'll be a big mistake. So, so that's all the transfer news out the way. We've got another Sarr coming in, but Mohamedou Sarr, I think I pronounced his name correctly. Obviously, he's playing over at Strasbourg at the moment, but we've already bought him for next season. I don't know why we couldn't wait until the summer to then buy him and announce the deal. Why are we buying him now and loaning him back when he's at our sister club anyway? I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but they know why they're doing it, or I don't know if they do actually. But hey-ho. So, what do you think about these rumours? Garnacho, is he someone you'll want or not? Give me reasons for or against. Would you take Douglas Luiz as a midfielder, or would you prefer to bring back one of the players that we've already got at our disposal, Ogwuchukwu or Santos? Again, stick your comments in the section below. Don't forget, as always, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you're notified every time I make a new video. So take care. Bye-bye.